Mhm.
I know.
Yay.
DJ, what up, bruh? I wanted to tap in to wish you luck on your up and coming competition. Unfortunately, I will not be in attendance because I am going out the country on Sunday, so I'm going to miss the competition. I will be there in spirit, but I know you're going to do well. I just want to say that I really appreciated working with you, man. I loved your ideas, your enthusiasm for the brand. So just tap into that enthusiasm when you're basically giving your pitch for the competition. If you need to reach out to me, man, you know I'm still here for you, but I'm looking forward to hearing good things after the competition. 06 to the good brothers.
Hi, my name is Claudius Taylor, and I wanted to use this opportunity to wish Quincy the best of luck in your pitch. Quincy, you got this. You're awesome. You're talented. You're smart, and you've earned the opportunity that you're going for right now. You've put in a lot of hard work over this time period. You've done all of the work. You've done all the preparation. Go out there and really show them what you're made of. Entrepreneurship is not an easy road, but I know that exceptional people do exceptional things, and you're no exception to that rule. You are an exceptional person. Go on and do some amazing things. It's been a pleasure to work with you. Thank you for the opportunity to allow me to mentor you. And thank you so much to Keontae and the entire team for allowing this opportunity to come to fruition. Good luck.
Impeccable pig, that pouch.
All right, it is about that time. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Pitch Perfect, HBCU Pitch Perfect. It's the time that you've all been waiting for, the culmination of our 4-month HBCU Accelerator. We have some amazing entrepreneurs before you all today, and so I'm super excited for today. And so, of course, as you can see in the chat, I see some HBCUs going on in the chat. I see some mics being dropped in the chat, and so feel free to hop in the chat and just continue to show some energy, show some love as we go through these pitches today. I want you to please make sure that you're supporting your peers, you're supporting these entrepreneurs here who worked so very hard for this moment. I'm thrilled. I've watched them firsthand, just coming from the start of the program to where they are today, so much growth. And so they're gonna bring a show for you guys today. And not even just a show in a sense of, entertainment, but in a sense of they have these concepts, this creativity, this innovation, this bound to take, our communities, their families, their universities to the next level. Through their representation. And so I'm thrilled to be here before you guys today. And so just to open up, of course, I did want to introduce my team if they're available and willing. I do want to pass it over to Jewel to introduce herself. I want to pass it over to Clay as well. If you guys had any encouragement, as well as Jeff, if he's on as well, please feel free to hop in, guys, and just share some encouragement for the founders and introduce yourself.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Jewel. Just wanted to say congratulations to our founders for all they have been going through the program, and I just can't wait to see all the hard work that's about to pay off. You truly deserve this.
Hey everyone, my name is Clay, Clay Williams, as you all know. But I just want to say congratulations. I'm excited from every single one of you guys to be able to take this opportunity, take this journey forward. You guys are amazing in your own right, and whatever happens at this conversation, you guys gave it your all. You guys put in that work, put in the effort and the energy, and it's going to pay off back today. So I'm so excited for every single one of you guys, and I'm super proud. And I'm just passionate and supportive of you guys. It would, like you did, like Venture for Them doesn't end after today. We are here for you whenever you need it. And we're always want to support at any regard, any endeavor that you may need going forward. Thank you guys for taking the time. I look forward to seeing you guys today.
Definitely. Awesome. As you can see, we're super excited for you guys. This is going to be an amazing session. Why did we start this? Some people may be wondering. There was a statistic last year, and it said that HBCUs, only about 66% of HBCUs have internal systems and structure in which they're able to provide funding for HBCU entrepreneurs. And so that was extremely discouraging. Out of 107, about 107 at HBCUs, that's saying about 6 of them have resources to be able to fund student entrepreneurs. And so I'm sure as of today, that's changed through different impacts such as the HU, PNC Center for Entrepreneurship and a variety of other organizations, HBCU VC, and so many others. And so we just want to play an incremental part in just helping to bridge that gap for HBCU founders, not just solely out of altruism, but also because they have amazing concepts. They have amazing ideas that help to take things to the next level. So I'm super excited for them to be able to present that before you all today. And so next, I also wanted to introduce Sherry Muniz as well, if you're able and around, Sherry. And also Kayla is on as well. And so definitely want to bring you guys into the spotlight because these are our amazing partners on this accelerator here. And this cohort right here would not be without you all. And so I just wanted to be able to give you guys a bit of the spotlight and, share some encouragement, share a bit about what New Wave Foundation does before we kicked everything off, because you guys are truly appreciated.
Thank you so much, Keontae. Partnering with you and the Venture for Them team has definitely been amazing. We here at the New Wave Foundation, which is a 501c3 organization focused on creating educational opportunities for deserving students, many of whom are the first in their families to go to college. As a HBCU alum myself, who went to Morgan State University, for any Bears in the house, this is especially, special for me to be able to be a part of something like this. As someone who's been an entrepreneur for over 20 years now, it can be a lonely road. And to know that you're not alone and to know that you have support, because it truly takes a village. That is why doing what we're doing today makes a statement. It lets you know that you do have support, that you are not alone. And whether it's guidance, whether it's mentorship or capital, you have people behind you. So again, we're really excited to be a part of this. And I just want to thank you again, the whole Venture for Them team, Keontae, Clay, Jewel, just all you guys have been just exceptional. And again, I am so proud of each and every one of you founders that is here, because it really takes courage to put your idea out there and to go for it and to try to bring it to reality. Okay. And you guys, just like what Keontae said, if you have any questions or need any support or introductions or anything of that sort after this, just know that it doesn't end here and we're all rooting for you.
Thank you so much, Sherry. If you guys aren't excited, if you want to encourage and amped up, I don't know what to do it for you. We truly appreciate you, Sherry. And so from here, now, of course, we want to introduce our MVP mentors as well. Of course, as you saw in our intro video, some weren't able to make it. Of course, Chico showed his love. Of course, Claudia showed his love from Generator. Chico, of course, from Game Sports Gear, HBCU Apparel. But we do have a couple of our mentors on just to see if they wanted to hop in and just share any encouragement. I see Mel's here from Menwo. If you just wanted to hop in really quick, Mel, and give us anything for today.
No, for sure. Days like today are always my favorite. Hi, everyone. Melanie Akule. Mentor to the amazing Divvy Up team, Michelle, Jeff, Chris. Working with you has been an absolute pleasure. It's been said many times, entrepreneurship is not easy. And to see you all go through the raw, roller coaster that is entrepreneurship and be able to support you alongside that has been a true pleasure and an honor. So I hope you're excited for today. after today, take a load off, really enjoy it, let the achievements that you've accomplished over the last few months sink in, because that's something that we don't do often enough as entrepreneurs, really enjoy the win. So congratulations.
Thank you so much, Mel. We appreciate you being one of our MVP mentors. Y'all have been killing it throughout the program, and we truly appreciate y'all support. As the founders have told us so frequently, just the amazing impact you guys have been having on their lives. So, truly appreciate you all. I know, of course, we have a couple of other mentors who weren't able to make it as well. Of course, Hadia is overseas, as well as I think Miss Ann wasn't able to make it, but they definitely share their love, and they just send their encouragement as well for all of their founders and the mentees. You guys are going to do an awesome job. And so we've introduced our mentors as well. And so next we have to introduce the all-star judges. So are y'all ready to hear the judges? So what I'm going to do is I'll put you guys in the spotlight really quick. And so I'll give you guys an opportunity to tell a bit about yourself, a bit about your background, maybe send some encouragement to the founders as well. And so I'm adding Daryl to the spotlight. I see you there, Shane, as well. And I'm also adding this Aaron.
Should I jump right into it, or should we wait till everybody's on?
Nope, go ahead. Hop right in, Daryl.
Cool. What's going on, everybody? My name is Daryl Frater. I'm an investor at a firm called Visible Hands. We're a pre-seed venture capital firm investing in diverse founders. So we focus exclusively on women and founders of color at the pre-seed stage. We write checks between $250K and $750K. We've made 105 investments over the past 2.5 years. Prior to being an investor at Visible Hands, I was a founder myself, founded 2 companies, both consumer mobile apps. I built those while I was in school for my MBA, and I'm super excited to be here as a judge. Looking forward to hearing the pitches and looking forward to supporting you guys beyond this competition here. Good job today. Looking forward to it.
And then next, feel free to hop in. We can pass it over to Shane if you want to hop in, Shane.
Thanks, Keontae. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to be here in your virtual presence. I know we had the in real life presence yesterday, which I was really excited about. Congratulations to you and your whole team and all the accolades that you've gotten from Black Ambition. And also congratulations to all the founders that are here. This is a roller coaster ride. This is my 3rd venture that I'm on, and it's called Cinematica Labs. And so I know I really want to echo what the judge said, or the mentor said, that, hey, this is a lonely road, and you're doing it. You know what I mean? Like take a moment to breathe it in, celebrate the win. What I do is build ecosystems. So we run the mentorship program for Black Ambition, Pharrell's program, or organization that he started and Felicia Hatcher runs. In the past, I've been an investor. I'm still an investor. So I've invested in about 35 companies running funds and syndicates, tech investments, media investments, et cetera. Right now, I run the University of Southern California. I teach there, and we invest out of the Marshall Venture Fund there. And so that is really, that's me. I'm a 3-time entrepreneur and an investor. And I'm a Morehouse alum. I have to drop that. So with that, I'll hand it off to the next judge.
And we'll pass it over to you, Miss Erin.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I am Erin Horn McKinney. I serve as the inaugural National Executive Director for the Howard University and PNC National Center for Entrepreneurship. This is a brand new initiative based at Howard University with regional centers at Howard, Morgan State, Clark Atlanta, and Texas Southern. Each of those schools helps to create a national entrepreneurial network across all HBCUs to inform Black entrepreneurship broadly. So, okay, great. Glad to see we have one of our HBCU startup scholars on here. And so this is a new initiative that was created out of a historic $16.8 million grant given by the PNC Banks Foundation. It's the largest grant that they've ever given. But really, it's about deploying the funds to other HBCUs, to HBCU students, and making sure that we create resources for Black entrepreneurs, no matter what age you are, no matter what industry you're in, no matter what stage of business you're in. So although we're brand new, there's a lot to come. And if you haven't heard about us already, since we launched just this past spring, we've already held our inaugural national conference called the Black Commerce Conference, which will be held again this coming spring, early summer. But check us out, follow us on social media, which is HUPNC_center, or look for us on Howard's website, which is hupnccenter.howard.edu. A little bit about me is I'm a serial entrepreneur. Have been an entrepreneur since I was a kid, from a babysitting pet business to doing nails and hair in college and high school, to starting my own marketing communications firm that included a tech startup in my early 20s, and then segueing that into doing tech startups. And I'm also the founder of Black Female Founders, which is a global membership organization for Black female tech startups throughout the Black diaspora. And we were acquired by Black Women Talk Tech during the pandemic. I also have been a serial advocate and activist for women and minorities, entrepreneurs in general, and led initiatives for the mayor of Washington, D.C. Around strategy, around tech, innovation, and entrepreneurship, and have worked in at a VC firm, have led a community development financial institution, CDFI, and a number of other initiatives. So you can look me up on LinkedIn if you want the full bio on all the things. But I'm a proud two-time Howard alum, working on my third with my PhD, a proud mom of a Morehouse student, and come from an extended long lineage of family members who've gone to many of our HBCUs. So I'm proud to represent not just Howard, but also all of our storied institutions, and really support each of you in beyond this pitch competition in any way that we can. So good luck to all.
Thank you so much, Ms. Erin. And next, I'll pass it over to Julius and then Kylie.
It's gonna be hard to top that, Aaron, but no, excited to be here. Julius Valentine Mina, head of community at 1863 Ventures. We are a venture fund and national business accelerator for new majority founders. We deploy resources, community, and capital. We also doing a new fund in partnership with DC government. So if you're a DC-based founder, we are deploying capital. It's inclusive innovation equity impact fund. We're really excited about that. I myself am also HBCU graduate. Shout out to the illustrious and historic Bowie State University, founded 1865 in Maryland. And I also teach entrepreneurship at Morgan State University, so go Bears. Also serial entrepreneur. My prior background before I got into VC was federal government. So I'm big on policy, tech for good, and how we can use all those things to champion change in our communities. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'll keep it short and sweet. My name is Kylie Williams, and I'm the program manager at HBCU VC. HBCU VC is an organization that mobilizes the next generation of investors and entrepreneurs. We run the largest paid venture capital internship program in the United States. And shameless plug, our application is opening on December 1st. So if you are a graduate student or early career professional, or you know somebody who might be interested in our program, just stay abreast, follow us on LinkedIn, or go to our website so that you can remain plugged in. And to the entrepreneurs, I am so excited, so happy, and so honored to be here. And I can't wait to learn more about your venture.
Awesome. We thank you all so much. When I said on LinkedIn, we assembled the VC Avengers, I was serious. As you can see, all of these amazing judges here are not only from HBCUs, or they've either created spaces for HBCU students to prosper. So that was a big deal for us. We truly appreciate you all. Some people say, you have to see it first to be it, right? And so, yeah, I see it right here. You see the accolades, you see just the amazing background, the pipelines, the launch pads they've created. And so, I hope that you all are inspired. They're going to bring some, you already know they're bringing the heat. They're bringing some awesome questions, but it's to also be constructive and get you ready, for the next level. And so we're super excited to have you all today and super honored to have you guys. And so given that, and actually to Shane's point, we did receive some big news yesterday. So I don't want to bypass that. Our team did receive a massive amount of funding from Pharrell Williams and the Black Ambition team to continue our accelerator to move forward for a third cohort. So we're extremely excited, extremely grateful. We love as you can see, our team is passionate about this, whether it's the accelerator, the on-campus pitch competitions, whatever it may be, just to fortify the HBCU community. I myself from Morgan State University, of course, Clay is as well as Bowie State, and Joel also attended Bowie State. And then our CTO, Jeff, went to Morgan State. So it's deeply rooted in us, it's a passion. This is what we do. And so, I'm thrilled today. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. I'm elated. And so without further ado, I don't want to hold y'all up. Y'all heard some amazing things from our sponsors, our judges, the mentors. You can see we have a massive community of support for you all. And so next, I want to bring on our cohort. Of course, what you all been waiting for, our cohort. And so, of course, make some noise. I see DJ, I see you guys are hyped. Drop some mics in the chat if you're ready to see the cohort. You want to hear the amazing concepts. So first up, unfortunately, Amber is not feeling well. And so Amber Ivy, of course, is the CEO and founder of AuraSense, and she's going to kick us off today. She's under the weather, but her amazing co-founder came in to the rescue to save the day. And so he's going to do an awesome job filling in for her today. And so I do want to introduce to you all David Charlot, or Dr. David, put some respect on it. And so Dave is going to do an amazing job today presenting for AuraSense. And so just as a quick reminder, of course, for our cohort, you guys will have 3 to 5 minutes to share your amazing concept with us. I'm bringing my timer up. You should be able to see it if you can still see me on the screen at the top corner. You guys have 3 to 5 minutes max. If you go over a bit, I'll just raise my hand. And then from there, you guys will be able to just have an idea of, okay, just to wrap it up a bit. So 3 to 5 minutes max. And so other than that, of course, after that, we'll pass it over to the judges. You guys will have about 2 to 3 minutes for any questions and feedback. Don't feel pressured that everyone has to, provide a question or any feedback. And so if not, you guys can, of course, rotate into the next round. So about 2 to 3 if we can. And so super excited for it. And so David, whenever you're ready, I'll allow you to share your screen and you'll kick it off with AuraSense.
Yes, thank you very much, everybody, for allowing me to present today, standing in for Amber. So myself, I actually went to Delaware State University for my undergraduate degree, close by in the little small state that everybody forgets about. And I studied physics. And then I went on to get a PhD in bioengineering and learned a lot of the challenges we have in the world where process improvement is required. And so professionally, that's what I do for companies when I'm not working at my own startups. And so this company, AuraSense, is really tackling a major challenge that's facing clinical diagnostics companies and pharmaceutical companies that are trying to actually solve important challenges for neurology care, where we may all be at one day suffering from a neurological disorder like traumatic brain injury, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, or something of this nature. And so what I'm showing you on the left side is a current problem, standard of care. It takes 5 hours to do something that we've identified with partnership with the United States Navy to do in 7 minutes. And so let me show you the financial challenge of what happens in our current standard of care, where subjective analysis is performed by a couple of care providers to ruin the fate of promising businesses. So what you're looking at is actually before March of this calendar year, an amazing track record for a company based in Chicago called Optinix. They incorporated, they went IPO, they made investors very happy with their promising Parkinson's drug. And then they started their phase 2 trial in August of last year. Only 12 weeks later, they got terrible news. Doctors weren't able to identify that their treatment actually works versus the placebo population. And then a couple of months later, they're liquidated. We have an innovative solution to solve this challenge, where no longer do we have to rely on doctors making incorrect analysis. We've created a 7-minute exercise using some novel technology that actually allows this experience that we're doing right now via Zoom to actually be interactive, where you can actually touch and interact with virtual objects that allow assessment and capture your behavior. The solution helps clinical trials and other groups better assess response to treatment. It opens up the population that's available for participating in clinical trials, which is another challenge that they face. And it, of course, allows real engagement and participation that allows the patients to really understand what's going on with their care. Our business is tackling and going into the $2 billion clinical trial enablement market where we offer a hardware as a service capability set to pharmaceutical companies like Eli Lilly, Pfizer, and Merck. And we make money $180 per month per patient during their clinical trials. In terms of what else is out there in the marketplace, there are other methods that people are trying to use, like AI analytics, where they're taking the data sets that current standard of care provides and tries to use AI to tease out nuance. But the old adage, bad data in, bad data out, you need to have good data to start with. And that's where we come in with our very unique and comprehensive platform that's traceable, consistent, convenient, and really allows for personalized insights. In terms of the team, as mentioned, Amber Ivy, she's our CEO and co-founder. I'm also co-CEO, the starting founder of the company, actually. This was an idea inspired because of my daughter's actual care needs. During the pandemic, I'm home, I'm doing a Zoom call with her neurologist, and literally I'm like, what's going on? This doesn't make sense, doc. How are you really getting any data from my daughter? And little fun fact, my daughter is nonverbal, and she's got a neurological disorder. So me witnessing a doctor on the other end, like you guys are on the other end of my screen, trying to assess her by just asking me questions that I would then, interact with my daughter. I'm like, there's got to be a better way. And so by talking with her care providers and a litany of others, we came up with a solution. And so we have alongside us, Siam Amara, who's head of our AI, and Daniel Smith, who's our Chief Health Impact Officer. He has background working at big provider companies like Humana, where he used to run the Open Innovation Division, looking at novel technologies and how to make sure these solutions get to market and actually match healthcare payer mandates. And so since starting, we put in 100K founders, I put in 75K, Amber 25, and we've raised 725K to really get our technology from its napkin sketch idea to where it stands today. We have patents filed and 5 licensed from the United States Navy. As mentioned, this idea grew out of a DoD startup studio. And we have our validation partner set for us to go to the next phase, which is, this is my final slide, so you guys can jump in and ask questions anytime. But the next steps for us is hardware certification, validation studies, and some of the most pressing drug issues, and starting our sales. So thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David. And so now I will pass it over to our all-star judges.
I guess I'll kick it off. Great pitch, David. Would love to hear in regards to this slide is relevant as well, but in terms of getting the product out to market, when does that happen and kind of what stage is the product maturity?
Sure. So we're finishing out this calendar year. I'm going to take the first 2 months of 2024 to go through our FDA Class 1 exemption registration. So that's going to be just us going through a hardware qualification and certification stage. And then we're going to hand off the equipment to some validation partners. Some at Shirley Ryan Ability Lab based in Chicago, and USF Health in Tampa, Florida, to help validate our technology. And then we're going to, in parallel, start the process of our pilots with some pharmaceutical companies and contract research organizations that are interested in our solution. We'll start sales in the Q3 timeframe of this calendar year.
Wonderful. My last question before I pass to the rest of the judges, in regards to just validating the need for this, what was the initial spark that let you know that this is a problem that needs to be solved?
So when I first, just asking the doctor, I told them what I do for my career as a robotics engineer and all of the very interesting things in technology available. And they said, well, we don't have any tools like that. Why don't you make it since you have all this background? And then I just went on like an NSF core process to actually do customer stakeholder interviews across different cities and states. We talked to doctors in Louisville, Kentucky, New York City, Chicago, and really got a nice snapshot to understand the problem. And they guided us actually to say, you can help us in the clinic, but you could also help pharmaceutical companies because we need new drugs and they can't get them through because of our bottleneck that we're causing. So that's what led us to this first beachhead.
Hey, I'm gonna call you Dr. David because you have the PhD. Great presentation. Excited about this use case. I'm a little bit curious about the hardware versus software. It looks like you guys are implementing first with the hardware, but is a go-to-market to create a wearable hardware device, and then you guys handle the software, or talk to me about how that looks like in the market, like your actual device. Because I'm seeing both the hardware and the software components.
Sure. So our solution is a hardware automated kiosk that we will deploy in a hardware as a service model. And so as a part of that, we have software that is going to be used for the data capture and analytics. The experience itself for the technology, it's like if some of you are on your laptop right now, we're providing that equivalent kind of a device where instead of you having a keyboard, we have a haptics projector that's projecting objects that you can actually touch and feel and manipulate. And we've got some other elements that allow for a signal capture while you're using the device. That's our business strategy. And the tech itself, it uses consumer electronics grade items. So we don't have a lengthy and complicated development cycle, which is really cool about what we're building here. Previous companies that I started, they're very complicated cancer diagnostics companies, infectious disease diagnostics, where we had a long cycle for dev. For us, we started in November of 2022, so we're coming on our 1-year anniversary next week, and we already have our MVP and are talking with our manufacturers to fully hardbox and get us ready for deployment.
And then last quick question. I see you mentioned NSF I-Core. Have you also explored NSF SBIR grants to really get that R&D going pre-raise?
Oh, yes, actually. So we just submitted 7 SBIR grants, 2 through the Department of Navy, where our company got started. We actually won a $20K pitch competition to really let us launch. And the remainder are through the NIH, as well as the USDA related to the validation portion. We've already heard back for 1 grant that's for about $180,000. It looks like we're going to be winning it. And it's for advanced testing of the solution for Alzheimer's disease. So definitely looking to that. In my past careers, I've won about $5 million in actual SBIR grant funding. So that's always what I like to do with companies. Very secure IP, innovative for grants, and look for strategic investors and partners to help us really grow. So
thank you.
Awesome. Great job, David. Please show some love in the chat to everybody. And so we truly appreciate you, David. And as you take your screen down, we will prepare for our next group. And so next up, we have Kiki and Corey. We have Corey Staples and Kiana Mincy. They will be presenting Switch, their startup Switch. And so I'll add you guys to the spotlight. And then let me know when you all are ready.
Sorry about that. I was muted. Corey, you good on your end?
Yes, I'm good.
All right. Okay, so we're 2 college educated.
Both with masters at that.
Former college athletes.
Mildly attractive.
No, Corey, see, I'm a 10. Don't do that.
I actually said that for you, but.
Anyways, clearly we have great personalities.
So I'm sure you're asking yourselves, why are they single?
And seriously, that's the big question. Why are so many people single when they have connectivity at their fingertips?
At Switch, we conducted research, and what we found, simply put, is that the current online dating model sucks.
And that's why we're here to switch it up. I'm the Chief Executive Officer and co-founder of Switch, Kiki Mincy.
I'm the Chief Operating Officer and co-founder of Switch, Corey Staples.
We have developed a product that not only solves their current dating pain points, but it also innovates the way we connect by simply putting the conversation first. Connect first.
Judge later. So we conducted preliminary research, and over half of our 200 respondents felt as though they didn't find real connections on swipe-based apps. Research shows that users are more likely to experience psychological distress, anxiety, and depression. Right now, apps are prioritizing superficial dating by making users swipe left or swipe right to match based on first impression photos. And so clearly there is an unmet need. Of those same respondents, we alluded to our concept of having a conversation first prior to matching, and nearly 80% felt as though it would aid them in finding genuine online connectivity.
As you can see, the global dating app market is continuing to grow, and people are seeking the convenience of dating apps, and they're willing to pay for it. In North America alone, the online dating app industry was valued at 7.9 billion in 2022. With an expected 438 million users by 2027, we believe that this is the most opportune time to capitalize on Switch's innovation. So what is the competition doing? Or for better words, what are they not doing? Everyone knows Tinder. They have 32% of the market share. But here's a look at the other competition who also does not have a real-time audio speed dating functionality. Just to note, both Hinge and Plenty of Fish, they're owned by Match Group, who is highly acquisitive, and they own about 2/3 of the dating app market.
And so Switch has that underlying magic of being the hybrid of innovation and nostalgia. Most importantly, Switch's functionality keeps the user's needs at the forefront, which ultimately drives our long-term value in the industry.
That's why we believe Switch is the solution. We analyzed the pain points, and it was all centered around the lack of conversation, which is something that dating apps have not prioritized, but something that Switch has. Switch provides users a safe way to have a real-time, authentic conversation prior to seeing a person's full profile to match or not.
And with all that said, we are reimagining the way that we date online. Switch is making dating fun again, and it's engaging its users through its two different functions. The first being an authentic speed dating experience via audio in real time. The second giving users the autonomy to control who they speak to from our timeline.
Our target audience are those from 25 to 35 years old. Switch plans on appealing to those who know what they want when they're dating, they crave genuine conversations, and they're past meaningless swiping that do not lead to in-person dates.
And we plan on executing our go-to-market through an online and offline acquisition of users. We're marketing in Atlanta through strategic partnerships and, of course, leveraging social media and micro-influencers, because you truly are just one TikTok away from your brand or company going viral.
It's a standard that these apps make their money from a freemium subscription model with additional in-app upsell opportunities. However, in an industry projected to be worth about 3.4 billion by 2027, we believe Switch is poised to disrupt this market.
And due to the way that we are conceptualized, we have 3 times the more opportunity to monetize in this market with our Switch lobby, conversation drivers, and icebreaker questions. Instead of disrupting the user experience, we enhance it through innovative gamification features. And the best part is, we didn't have to reinvent the wheel when it comes to monetizing the features of our app. This ultimately builds a solid foundation for our B2B revenue model.
So Switch launched on the iOS App Store in the summer of 2023. We raised 200K prior to the launch of our app. Our main focus right now is growing our users and creating partnerships that expand our brand awareness. But most importantly, we are focused on our crowdfunding raise launching on Start Engine very, very soon. So please stay tuned for that. Again, I'm the CEO and co-founder of Switch, Kiki. I was born and raised here in Atlanta. I went to Kennesaw State for my bachelor's and my master's, and I'm currently a freelance producer.
And again, I'm COO Corey Staples, went to the University of Florida for my bachelor's, FAMU for my master's, here in Atlanta, Georgia, working in tech sales. And this is our amazing team of advisors that have helped us along this way as we plan to transcend the swipe culture of modern love. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome job, Corey and Kiki. Hop in the chat. Make sure you guys show them some love. And so next, I'll pass it over to our judges.
Great job, Corey and Kiki. I think that this is really relevant given that we just seen that Bumble shares are dropping. People are not satisfied with the current solution. So I just want to dive into your gamification solution. If you could describe a little bit more about those features.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 2 different ways that we really say that we're gamifying dating. The first, like I mentioned, the icebreaker questions. So before each speed date, we provide yes or no style questions for both users to answer. And then as soon as the speed date begins, the answer is going to pop up on the screen. Again, it's all audio based. Our app just populates that answer up on the screen, and you can go from there. And then the second, Kiki, I don't know if you want to jump into our conversation drivers, but this is where also... Yeah, go ahead, Kiki.
Yeah, our conversation drivers, that comes standard within every speed dating, with every speed date. So there'll be organized in categories like life, music, random. And that's another way we plan on monetizing. So say if Marvel, they come to us, they're like, hey, we have this new Spider-Man movie coming out. There's different tiers for businesses to either get their own logo in that rundown, or they can be aligned within those categories. And it would say sponsored by such and such, and they'll provide us with those questions. But it's also great because it's seamlessly integrated into our platform, and it really does enhance the user experience for them to enjoy those different questions. And so it kind of strays away from being awkward and things like that.
Thank you.
So you said you launched the beta app in the summer. What was the most important thing you learned from that beta launch, in particular around like engagement and adoption?
Yeah, I think you work so hard as an entrepreneur to get the product out, and there's so many like uphill battles just to raise the funding just to get to that point. So when we finally get to that point and we launched it, I think the hardest part, and what is still our one of our main targets right now, is the user acquisition. Like, how do we get enough users so they can test out the features, so we can get that feedback since we are in beta. So I think that's been our biggest challenge thus far, and that's our uphill battle that we're going through right now. But it's just really getting users. So how do we do that effectively in a mass number? Because we are a live dating app. Other dating apps, you can enjoy it and just swipe, and you just wait for someone to match with you mutually, and then you can message from there. Ours, you literally have to have enough users so they can really get that genuine experience of either sending a one-on-one request or getting in the chat roulette function where it's really randomized and authentic experience of speed dating. So I think that's been our biggest challenge, is like, how do we acquire users effectively without spending the money to do it?
Have you come up with ways to kind of make it really easy and fun for users to bring in other users into the platform and kind of grow that way?
Yeah, so I'm glad
good. Yeah, I was going to say it's so good you mentioned that. I think Kiki and I are on the same page. That's the first thing we want to do as soon as we raise enough money through our Start Engine crowdfunding raises, integrate what would be a referral system. So it's kind of like you can't even make your profile until you refer it to 3 friends. I mean, that's not contingent on if they download, but it's kind of like this fun thing. And I actually experienced this with another app recently. A ton of different people were sending me this random app, like, download this right now. And I was so confused, like, what even is this? And I'm like, wait, this is brilliant for what we need to do for Switch, is really getting that word of mouth through organic traction and integrating that referral system. So
I want to quickly jump in, just for background. One of my startups is in the dating app space. And so for your launch that you had this summer, how many users did you say you've acquired so far?
300.
300. Okay. And then when you're looking at your competitive marketplace, because so many of these apps now are like, Facebook has jumped into this space and others, when you think about this kind of freemium and then to the paid part of it, because it seemed a little pricey, right? So I just want to figure out, how did you come up with that monetization strategy?
So when it comes to the like, obviously we're gonna have like the freemium subscription model and the upsell opportunities like these standard dating apps have. But when it came to our back end of how we can monetize additionally, I mean, it kind of just naturally came to us in regards to how we were structured through our dating app experience. So we were just like, okay, this is a way we can monetize. So we really focused on the consumer and the user experience before we thought of how we would monetize our app. And through that, we're able to probably solve some of their pain points of, I never get in the conversation. It's like hard to get an in-person date. So we really focused on the consumer needs, and then left on the back end, when we started structuring our revenue model, how we could use this feature and pick out this feature of how we can monetize effectively. So it ended up being naturally like just a better monetization model. So, and like Corey, we said earlier that it's seamlessly integrated. It seems like Corey you want to say something.
Yeah, I do. In addition to that, the way we came up with our actual subscription prices, we did research on what these other apps are charging in terms of their subscriptions per month. And we're actually kind of not lowballing, but it's under the mark of a lot of these apps are actually charging upwards of $30 per month for their premium. So we wanted to start actually lower, but after analyzing the market and seeing what they were charging, we thought that was a fair price to start at.
And we really just want to learn from our consumers. So that's why our main focus right now is getting users on the app, on the beta version of our app, getting that feedback, and then learning how we can monetize effectively. The great part is that we don't have to mainly focus on monetizing off our consumers, because we do have a great B2B model and foundation of our app. So we can really, when it comes to our revenue drivers and we start implementing those, focus on monetizing on the partnerships and the B2B side, and make sure we're still growing users as we're doing that. And so now it seems like users are not, at least users don't feel the pressure of like, oh, they're just trying to get my money before I can get a better experience. No, they can get the experience that they need and want and crave, and we can focus our monetization from the businesses.
And do you have any advisors that are in the dating app space? Because I know the ones that you had, I didn't see any off of those two, but I know you might have some others.
No, currently, that's funny. We actually did reach out to someone that we've networked in the past who had a dating app and sold it. So we are in the process of looking for an advisor that has that experience in that landscape. But our main advisors right now are in the tech space, are in the crowdfunding space. They've done that space as well. And then they're more technically sound, but that's something that's our main priority as we crowdfund and in this journey.
Awesome. Great job, you two. We truly appreciate you guys. Everybody hop in the chat. Make sure you guys show them some love. That was Kiki and Corey representing FAMU. All right, let's get it rolling. Next up, we have DJ Riley. DJ Riley representing his startup, T.H.E.M, but also representing his HBCUs, North Carolina A&T, as well as Hampton University. So I'll pass it over to you, DJ, and let me know when you're ready, and I'll get your timer started.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give me 1 second. You guys see my screen?
Yep.
All right, great. So first and foremost, I just want to thank you all for coming out tonight. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and I appreciate that. But I do have one question. What do you get when you bring together engineers that are into solar energy, wireless charging, and fashion? Anybody? Well, I'll tell you. You get the next best thing. Greetings. My name is Daryl Riley Jr., but you guys can call me DJ if you like. And I'm the co-founder and CEO of my fashion technology business, T.H.E.M, which means make things happen in Swahili. So you're probably asking yourself, what is fashion technology? So here at T.H.E.M, we like to call ourselves a hybrid between Gucci and Apple. We want to integrate the productivity of technology with the style and confidence of fashion. So I want the crowd to interact with me just a bit. Let's say you're in something in the water, or you're at Dreamville Fest, or you're just out and about. Has there been a time where you may have misplaced your charger, or someone may have stolen it? Raise your hand. You may have been trying to find an outlet just because you have your charger, but there's nowhere to be found. Someone's already in access of it. Raise your hand for that. Or you have a portable charger that just doesn't sustain the charge. Well, the solution that we have for you is a jacket that can wirelessly charge our phones via solar power. Put your phone in your jacket pocket and charge on and go. So the product prototype that we have for T.H.E.M, we're going to be using a bomber jacket, and the solar cell is going to be implemented in the back of the jacket. And like I mentioned, we're going to be having the wireless charging pad implemented in the breast pocket of the jacket, just so you can put your phone in there. So the competition that we have for T.H.E.M is Janata Watanabe and Ballbacks. The difference between our jacket and their jacket, well, Janata Watanabe, they use wire capabilities, and Ballbacks, you actually have to plug your jacket into an outlet, which defeats the purpose. So the roadmap that we have for T.H.E.M, we want to make sure that we do more pitch competitions just to give ourselves exposure. We want to trademark our brand. We already created a logo, so we got that off the list. And we want to make sure we patent our idea just so we can keep it on our wraps. Manufacture the product. We want to make sure we present this to a small market, to smartphone users, mainly millennials and Gen Z, because we're the main ones using smartphones and on social media, this, that, and third, everything. then sell it through e-commerce. But hopefully, if we build a good revenue, we'll be able to go into brick and mortar. And if we break even, we'll be able to build more fashion tech products. And we're planning to launch in February 2024, so stay tuned. So the market, how we're going to validate ourselves. We're going to reach out to small groups to see what the market looks like. And once we build our product, we're going to send it to the market. They're going to give us feedback, and we're going to just make sure that when we keep on getting feedback, we're just going to improve our product day by day. And how we're going to penetrate the market, social media. Millennials and Gen Z, they're all over social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, the whole nine. And then to retain it, we want to make sure we do referral gifts, discounts, and just make sure when people reference our business, it's a good fit and people want to buy more into our products and our brand. So like I mentioned, we're trying to be an e-commerce store, but eventually become brick and mortar. And the jacket price, we're in early stage, ranging from $500 to $600. But once we gain traction, we do want to decrease the price to $300 just so more people could be able to buy our product. The wearable technology market in April 2021, it was at $116.2 billion, but by 2026, it's going to be at $265.4 billion. And we're currently raising $250K just so we can build our team, marketing, legal, and make sure that we can build more of our product and our brand. As you see, what we'll use with our revenue, 35% for research, prototyping, 15% for legal affairs and marketing. And here are some awards that we received during our time. As you can see, Cohort 2 Fellow for Venture for Them. Thank you so much, Keontae, Jewel, and Clay for accepting me in here. And oh man, this is meaningful to me. We became a 2023 Black Ambition Prize winner as of yesterday. So, thank you to Pharrell and to Shane, who's actually a judge, who was actually a part of Black Ambition. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. But in the meantime, thank you for listening, and we hope to make things happen with you guys in the future.
Awesome job, DJ. And so next, I'll pass it over to our judges.
Awesome pitch, DJ. We'd love to hear, have you thought about safety concerns, and how do you just make sure the material doesn't catch a flame or any just hazardous opportunity with the product? Just talk to me about risk and how you've been thinking about that.
Yes, sir. So what we'll be using to have the phone to be charged from the wireless charging pad is conductive thread. So conductive thread, it's like copper fit, for instance. So, when you're wearing copper fit, it's not going to be like it ain't going to hurt you in no way, shape, or form. And then with the nylon that we're going to be using, the fabric that we're going to be using for our product, it's going to protect the wearer from the circuitry, just in case anything happens within the product.
And are there laws or regulations that you have to abide by?
Yes, sir. Oh, you say it again?
Are there any laws or regulations you have to abide by? Can you just tell me a little bit about that?
Laws and regulations? No laws and regulations, but just making sure that the product is sustainable. What we want to do, we want to make sure that we take the wireless charging pad outside the jacket, just so when people want to actually wash their jacket, whether it's dry cleaning or actually wash it in a washer and dryer, we want to make sure that we sustain the charger, just so it could still be a long-term use.
Yeah, I could jump in.
Okay.
So I'm curious about the overall cost, right? Because there's the jacket, right? So you have to essentially make the jacket and then produce a solar panel and then put it together, right? And then you mentioned a little bit about manufacturing. So have you solved for your supply chain from start to finish, and how you're gonna cut down costs?
Yeah, so we've been in talks with Alibaba and Makers Row. We're just looking to see who will be the best case for us. Alibaba is cheaper, but it's overseas, and we feel like it's going to be a language barrier and a time constraint, just because they're 12 hours ahead or behind, depending on how you see it. And Makers Row is actually here in the United States, but it's more expensive. But once we receive the funds from the Black Ambition, we'll be able to talk to the people and just see how we can make this work for our product, and then also patent the product as well.
Thank you. And I just quick comment. I will say, once we figure out supply chain, you are the right salesman for this product, right? So shout out to you. I think you come with a lot of great energy. So
Thank you so much.
Quick question around your race for 250K, because kind of following up on Julius's question, you know, is that enough for what you need to do to get started? And I want to kind of encourage you, because I don't know how you came up with that number, but encourage you to maybe ask for more.
Ask for more. So we curated that number when I was actually a part of the Black Girl Ventures and MBA Foundation Next Gen program last year. She's told me I had it at 100K, and she wanted me to put it. Omi Bell, who was the founder of Black Girl Ventures, she told me put it at $250,000 because this is a product that's going to really make shockwaves and all. So what we want to do first off is like present it to the Northeast, just because we're going to present this February 2024. It's going to be cold during that time, especially in the Northeast. So starting with the Northeast, but we definitely plan to expand.
Okay, I just want to encourage you that really, I mean, I think, and I know her well, I think 250 is like a minimum, but mostly for something like this and what it would take, I would really recommend, you know, starting your ask and raise at like, you know, $500,000 to $1 million, just because of all the things that, you know, the questions that even have been raised and the costs associated with that you may not even be aware of just yet. Who are your mentors? Do you have any in fashion or in the solar space or?
Yes, so I have a few mentors. One of them, Felita Harris, she was my Black Ambition semifinalist mentor last year. So I'm still in contact with her. She has done things with New York Fashion Week. So hopefully once we have our product, we'll be able to be a part of New York Fashion Week and even Paris Fashion Week. J.R. Smith is also a mentor of mine. Actor Malik Yoba is a mentor of mine. So I'll be talking to them every now and then, just seeing how I can like upscale and like market myself. And then also, of course, Chico, you know, 1906 to the good bros, you already know. He's been helping me out a lot, telling me how just to pitch, because he even said it like how you guys mentioned it, that, you know, I have a lot of energy and that I'm very approachable. So just having those mentors along the way, I'm liking where we're at right now. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for us.
Awesome job, DJ. Everybody hop in the chat. Make sure you show them some love. Thank you to our MVP mentors. That was, again, DJ Riley with Tendaji, representing both North Carolina A&T and Hampton University. Awesome job, DJ. And so next up, first of all, just a quick pulse check. How y'all feeling so far? Feeling good. I'm seeing some good reactions in the chat. I'm seeing people showing some love. And so definitely appreciate y'all doing that. You know, this is in a way competitive, but also still a great core of community. So super, super important. And so next up, we have two left. Of course, we have Michelle Neely next, representing Howard University and her startup, Divvy Up. And so as you come on camera, Michelle, I'll be able to add you. Perfect. And then once you get your screen up, feel free to let me know, and I'll get your timer started.
All right, I'm ready. HU, shout out to all the bison in the building. Hi, everyone. My name is Michelle, and I'm super excited to chat with you all today. If you believe in community, if you believe in collaboration, if you believe in partnership, then I'm confident you'll believe in Divvy Up, a social investing tool for a new wave of investors. A little bit about me. I'm a cause-driven leader who works tirelessly to advance the ideals of justice, equity, and opportunity for all people. I cut my teeth driving rapid response and crisis management campaigns at the NAACP. My new mission is to close the wealth gap through my game-changing group investment platform, Divvy Up. So here's the problem. The wealthiest 10% of Americans own 84% of the entire stock market. There's an enormous disparity between the median wealth for Black Americans and their white counterparts. You can see that disparity on the screen. We at Divvy Up believe that is unacceptable. And so Divvy Up provides a power solution to addressing the wealth gap by allowing users to create investment clubs with their friends, family, colleagues, fraternity brothers, because I heard 1906 was in the building. Divvy Up leverages blockchain technology to allow users to form, fund, and manage real money investment clubs. Through the use of a decentralized organization, also known as a DAO, DiviUp users are able to contractually set the terms of their investment pod and make trades. Here you'll see a few mock-ups of our product. You can go on the product. You would be able to invite people to your pod. You would be able to set, again, the rules of engagement, you know, how much people are bringing each month, how you want to, do you want a majority wins or 2/3 majority? You'd be able to propose trades. You'd be able to vote, and you'd be able to successfully execute a trade. Growing up, my stepmom had an in-person investment club that was for Black women only. One Sunday a month, about a dozen Black women would converge at our house, and they would debate each other for hours on which companies that they should be, which publicly traded companies they should be buying or selling. They did this for more than a decade. With that money, they bought homes, they sent their kids to college, they started other businesses. I never knew how revolutionary those Sundays were until much later. So I took all those years and all those conversations and decided to digitize it. You should be able to group invest with your friends at the click of a button through your cell phone. As a first-generation wealth builder, I believe that it's really hard to 9 to 5 your way into generational wealth. To leap forward, to climb that economic ladder and to skip steps, you have to innovate and invest your way forward. The stock market is a good place to start. And with DiviUp, you get to control who all gonna be there. DiviUp is in the pre-seed phase. We're currently developing a survey, which will really shape the direction of our MVP. We think 250K will, again, help us develop that really dynamic MVP, a beta version of our app, help us with administrative costs, marketing, advertising, legal fees, et cetera, et cetera. Community is at the heart of everything I do. I do not do this alone. I work with 2 incredible co-founders, Chris Rogers, who leads our development. Chris has a lot of experience in working with startups and is a good friend of mine, as well as Jeffrey Chance. Jeffrey is a contract specialist. He is also in charge of the user experience for the app. We want to make sure that this tool is a tool that novice investors feel really comfortable using, we feel really empowered and inspired. We also want to shout out our mentor, Mel, on the call. We really appreciate all of her mentorship, and we want to thank the Venture Them and Keontae especially for pulling this together and bringing so many dynamic voices to the table. And with that, I'll invite any questions.
Great presentation. So I'm just unclear, what stage are you in the process with your with rolling this out?
So we are early. We have, again, a set of wireframes that we've developed. We are bootstrapping our way through. We are in the process of developing an MVP. To get the most bang out of our buck, we want to make sure that we talk to our user base and get a sense of everything that would be important to them in that initial MVP. There are 3 phases to DiviUp. I only talked about one of them, which is the most important, which is the group investment piece, being able to bring your community together and make trades. But there are also 2 other phases. One is a chat, just being able to talk about wealth. When you're on a platform like LinkedIn, we feel like you talk about work. That's the end game of the platform. And so we want to bring that to Black and brown communities. We have to start, money cannot be a hush-hush endeavor. We have to bring more conversation, but we also have to bring education. The biggest barrier, whether you are a novice investor or whether you are a 6-figure person who wants to build wealth, is fear. A lot of times we don't have the historic knowledge of the stock market and the ins and outs. And so our app also features an education portal to allow people to get smart fast. So you can talk about building wealth, you can tour the education portal, you can get smart, get fast, and then you can actually take action. And no other app on the market allows you to do that.
So in the past, in my entrepreneurial kind of experiences, I found that I've made the mistake a couple times of like, I go and build the tech and then I go find the user base and the customers. I think you have this unique capability and superpower, right? Because you've been organizing folks for the NAACP, like, right? And so how are you thinking about using that superpower to literally build your user base, maybe even start helping folks have conversations about money before your app even hits the market?
That's a really good question. And I'm using traditional kind of organizing techniques to drive what we hope is a pretty successful adoption strategy. And that's why that conversation piece is so important. If you gather a room of your peers, and we see that there are lots of differences in gender, right? So if you grab a room of men and put a group of men in a room, they may not talk about money, but they might talk about business. If you put a lot of women in a room, then you'd have no conversation about money and often not business unless you're dealing with a bunch of co-founders, right? And so we want to start those conversations in safe spaces, non-competitive spaces. That's a founding principle of organizing. If you're trying to close any gap, if no one's talking, if there's no collaboration, then we don't know what about challenges and barriers folks are facing. And so we have kind of a template. We don't have obviously an app, but we use like group chats, like in a WhatsApp, right? So let's test this model here. How do we get folks talking every day about, AI? How do we get folks talking about crypto? We use a lot of polls on our social media to make, the conversation about money interactive. So you can see what other people are doing in hopes that will hold people, that will spur interest, but also hold people accountable. If you don't know what the conversation is, maybe you might want to get smart.
And just real quick, because I know we're at time. So I love this, and I see a lot of use cases, right? So for example, I'm part of a couple investment clubs here in Baltimore. We meet without a platform. We have no transparency around it. We've been investing every month. We literally got to ask the treasurer where the money is. And then the voting component, when we're about to make a voting decision, is literally done via email. So I saw all those things. And so I want to, I love this. So double tap on what Shane said. I think now that this built, I think it might be really beneficial to figure out which use case for current investor groups are already investing. So we look at real estate deals and how to get equity on that. It's something that I hadn't done, but what we're missing is this tool to bring us all together and have that transparency. And I love the voting component because the Web3 space is something I'm in. So I love how you've incorporated that whole DAO structure. So those are the things I really love. I just wanted to say that.
And just quickly, I just want to add, like when you're dealing with the stock market, the prices of a share are changing really quickly. So time is of the essence. Email might be too slow. And in our wireframe, this voting process has an expiration. You only have X amount of hours to make your vote, right? And so you can capitalize on an investment if everybody understands the urgency that's needed. Whereas email is like, well, I'm not checking my emails Friday. You might miss out on an opportunity. And so to be able to set the parameters of your pod early, so to make a trade, we've decided collectively that it's a majority. And then you see in this kind of third slide, all of the green dots equal the majority vote, and you're able to execute a trade. We think that'll be super helpful, but also fun and energizing in communities where we are traditionally not represented in the trading space.
And last comment, and the only thing I would add is something to show that if we did not make this trade, this is how much we lost, right? Like that would be a cool feature to add. So
absolutely. Thank you all.
Awesome job, Michelle. Show her some love. Great feedback from the judges, some great add-ons too, on some possible enhancements and so forth. So we appreciate you guys. I know we're a bit over time, but we got one left to get through. I hope you guys have had a blast so far. It's been so much innovation, so much passion. I hope they've been able to shine that through. And special thank you to our judges for just the great feedback and questions. And so last but not least, we have Quincy Box representing Morehouse College. And on top of that, also representing his startup, Q-Tech Innovations. And so when you're ready, Quincy, let me know and we'll get you started.
Okay, can you see the screen?
Yep.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Quincy Box, and I am a gamer. What would you do if you were competing in a $1 million gaming tournament, but you were eliminated because your technology is slow? Did you know that the gaming industry is bigger than subscription TV, box office films, and the music industry combined, and is expected to be $2.8 billion in 2027? There are a total of 2.7 billion gamers worldwide, and people spend two times as much time playing video games than watching Netflix. With all that being said, you would think that the technology is up to date, but it's not. The controller has remained virtually the same for 30 years, and gamers feel like they're eliminated because they can't react fast enough due to outdated technology. Try to imagine using an iPhone 3 with 2G service in 2023, which is definitely not ideal. Why is this a big problem? Because it is causing gamers to lose in tournaments at the highest level, and this is causing hundreds of thousands of dollars in prize money lost. Our solution is a patented controller that allows gamers to have a faster reaction time in their respective games, and it uses innovative scroll wheel technology, which is up to 48 times faster than the normal button press. Our target market are gamers aged 18 to 35, and they spend an average of 7.5 hours a week gaming. The reason we're doing this now is because there have been a massive surge in gamers ever since COVID, and there have been new technologies such as virtual reality and augmented reality that have come out recently. Our competition are companies that create controllers such as Scuff Gaming, Logitech, Astro. Our closest competitor is Plus Gear, but they make a scroll wheel attachment, which is very cumbersome. It uses Velcro, so it can fall off in high intensity gameplay, which is not beneficial. For our business model, we are direct to consumer at a price point of $150. That is the average price point of a pro controller in the market. And we are open to partnering with other companies to license the patent to the companies. For our market opportunity, our total addressable market is $2.8 billion, and our service addressable market is $645 million. Our projections are to make $10 million in revenue by year 5 and be profitable, and this only assumes the controller product. This is a little bit about me. I'm an entrepreneur, and I've participated in different pitch competitions and different accelerators, and I am a student at Morehouse College, and I'm in the technology space as well. I'm very keen to taking apart things, putting them back together, seeing how they work, things of that sort. And this is a little bit about my advisors and their accomplishments. We are seeking $1 million we are asking for $1 million in pre-seed for product development, sales and marketing, to hire key team members and to prepare for Series A. Thank you.
Great job, Quincy. And next, I'll pass it over to our judges.
Thanks, Quincy, for the pitch. Great job. I don't know, did I miss it? Was there a prototype or just an image of what the controller is going to look like?
Yes, we have a working prototype right now, but these are the sketches of that were submitted to the U.S. Patent Office that granted us the patent. So this is the scroll wheel in the corner of the controller, and it shows it off right here, and this is the patent.
So the main innovation or differentiator is adding that scroll wheel. And tell me a little bit, what is that for? What's the function and the benefit that the gamer gets from that?
So scroll wheels are up to 48 times faster than an average button press. So the way they work, they're on a rotational axis. So, and that's basically, if you were to think of a computer, once you scroll a scroll wheel, it sends 48 continuous signals to a computer, and it's basically a computer spamming a button multiple times, telling the computer to do a certain action. So if you tell the computer to jump and you scroll the wheel, it'll tell the computer to jump, and you'll jump faster than somebody else would in a certain video game. Or pick this item up, if you were you can pick it up before they can, and then you can eliminate them.
Okay.
Things like that.
Let me see if I understand. So if you're trying to spam A,
yeah,
you'll hit A and the scroll wheels, and it just continually press A for you.
No, if somebody else were to click A and you were to scroll, you would do the action faster than they were to click A. Because it sends signals to the computer faster than pressing a button. Because if you press a button, it sends one signal. Yeah.
That's an interesting point. So I just want to quickly ask, how did you figure out that this was an issue, a problem, and that technology, the button, was slower than the scroll wheel?
So in a lot of games nowadays, there a lot of gamers are at odds between which is better, the keyboard and mouse or the controller. And there are a lot of controller players complain about keyboard and mouse players because we can bind a lot of keyboards. Obviously, keyboards have more buttons than controllers do. Controllers have about 12 and keyboards have about like 72 on average. So and if you pair that with the mouse, a lot of gamers a few years ago found out that you can use the scroll wheel to do certain actions faster in the games. So once that was found out, a lot of gamers were using that for an advantage in their games. And then a lot of controller players were complaining because that is a faster way to do actions.
As you were on your financial projection slide, I think you mentioned that this only includes the controller. Were there
Yes.
any other products that you were planning on launching? Or were you just saying that? Okay.
Yes. I'm tinkering like right now with a lot of different ideas, and I have a lot of different prototypes for other things, like different keyboards and things just to enhance the experience, the gaming experience, and to have gamers win more and have them just react faster and up the ante for the physical aspect of gaming. So we do have other gaming peripherals in the pipeline, but this is the first product with a patent. So this is the first product that we'll launch.
As a solopreneur, are you interested in expanding your team? And if so, what are the areas that you're trying to balance your strengths and skill set? Like, what are you looking for? What do you need?
I'm looking for more engineers. So I'm looking for like industrial engineers, and also a lot of different just people that know how machines work and how electrical engineers and things of that sort, because I'm a business major, so I'm not in that sphere of electrical engineering and industrial engineering, things of that sort. So yeah, we're looking for more of the technical engineer side to add to the team.
So is your strength more on the business development side?
Yes.
Got it.
Just one quick comment. Interesting use case would be dual use technology with the government. And I could talk to you more about that offline, but for a while they were using the Xbox controller to control satellites and different things because of familiarity people had with that. That improvement with the patent, shout out for getting that, but I think you have a whole other customer base if you're open to that to consider.
We are open to partnering with the government or licensing to the government for different uses of the controller, not just the gaming space, because I'm always open to talk to different just different avenues I can pivot to.
Thank you.
Awesome job, man. That was Quincy with Q-Tech Innovations representing Morehouse College. So you're getting a
Thank
lot
you so much.
gamers. Great job, Quincy. And so that was everybody. That is our 5. I know it is not going to be an easy decision from our judges. And so we'll put you guys in a breakout room very shortly. In the meantime, as we give you guys some time to deliberate and make your decision, Joe has some HBCU pop quizzes for us. We're giving away some $20 gift cards for whoever can get your pop quiz right, how much you know HBCUs. And so I'll pass it over to Jewel, and I'll put our judges in their breakout room.
Happy Friday again, everybody. Okay, we're giving away some money. So the questions are related to HBCUs. I'm gonna do a practice question real quick just to see if anybody was paying attention. How many HBCUs are in America? If you have it, I need you to type it really quickly. Okay. DJ got it right, and he was the first one, 107. So that was my practice. That was my practice question. Okay. I'm I'm about to give you the first one. What HBCU has become the first HBCU with a figure skating team? If you can drop that in the chat, first person. Yusuf Henrique. I know what he meant. He got a typo, but he got it first. I don't know if anybody didn't know, but Howard recently just became that first HBCU. So I gotta make sure I remember your name. My second question. What HBCU's mascot is the Firebird? Okay. DJ's right. It is UDC, University of District of Columbia. Good job. My second question. My second question is, which HBCU is the largest men's liberal arts college? I can't give it to you again. So I'm gonna give it to Mavette. Morehouse is the correct answer. Good job. Two more. Which HBCU, which Florida HBCU, there's 4 of them, was built on 7 hills? Okay, Phyllis Box. I'm sorry. Quincy Box. He got it first. Great job. So if y'all didn't know that's the one. And then my last question. Which HBCU housed, and I hope this is very tricky for y'all, which HBCU housed a group of Native American students that had been imprisoned at Fort Sill? Not Spelman. Aaliyah Hall, you got it correct. Hampton. Good job. So if y'all could give me, I need Henry, DJ, Mavette, Quincy, and Aaliyah to send me your emails so we can make sure that you can get your funds from winning the trivia. Good job, everybody.
Great job, y'all. So y'all, each of y'all win some gift cards. Make sure you DM Joe personally to get your emails over. But I see some people in the chat saying I might need to study my HBCUs a little more. I feel that 100%. I definitely feel that. Some of those definitely stumped me when we had did it at the opening of our cohort. And so, of course, the first, I'm seeing some questions. Of course, the first portion did run over a bit, but we still are doing the rocket pitch. Once the judges make their decision and come back on the first and second place winner, we will dive straight into the rocket pitches, so you guys kind of get a glimpse a bit into our cohort presentations and so forth. So we'll still give the judges a little bit more time. And in the meantime, what I want you guys to do is, for those who are interested in participating in the rocket pitch, for those who don't know, the second portion, you all will be able to participate. The audience, if you're HBCU alumni or HBCU student, you'll be able to pitch. You'll have 90 seconds. You won't be able to show any type of visuals, but you can drop a link in the chat if you want to show, anything for the judges and so forth. You can drop the link in the chat before or after your pitch. And so you'll have 90 seconds. And so that is the rocket pitch portion, which will take place shortly. We will give you guys a bit more time. So we'll likely roll over a bit over 7 if the judges have some time, but we want to try to get as many people as possible. So please DM me 2 things if you'd like to participate in a rocket pitch. I need your startup name and I need your HBCU, your startup name and the HBCU that you're representing. And so we do have a limited amount of slots, but the quicker you get in there, the quicker you'll grab up a slot. And so the winner of the rocket pitch will win $500. And so we have our judges on. They'll deliberate, of course, a separate set of judges for the rocket pitch. And so given that, I'll keep an eye out for my direct messages to see who would like to participate. And as we give the judges a bit more time, I'll show you guys some of our activations, some of our HBCU activations that we did this year and during our cohort, including some on-campus pitch competitions. Everything that we do isn't virtual. Sometimes it's virtual for a larger reach, but some of it, of course, is in person. We had one at Morgan in June. We had one at Howard in September, and then we actually have one this upcoming Monday at Coppin State University. And so if you don't have that link, please reach out. And if you are local to the DMV area and would like to, present at Coppin State University, please let me know. But here was a recap of ours at Morgan State University. So take a look.
I'm a certified transformation life coach, and I'm the founder and CEO of 5 Vision Creations LLC.
And like Muhammad Ali said, float like a butterfly, stay like a bee.
One word to describe your HBCU. 1, 2, 3. The only answer is illustrious. Come on.
My name is Coach G, and I am the founder and CEO of Coach G Academy Incorporated.
Start with always say this: make sure you guys network, change information. This network is invaluable. You want to connect with other founders who are doing stuff that are cool, who are building stuff. You want to be in that space where y'all can exchange ideas and exchange resources with one another.
As an entrepreneur, and frankly, as a person, you can't put yourself last. The most giving thing that you can do for the people around you, your colleagues, your business partners, your family members, the people you love, the most caring, giving thing that you can do for anyone you care about is take care of yourself so that you are well, and so well that you can do awesome for others.
I was born ready.
All right.
Just kidding. I'm ready. Hey everybody, I'm Shelly Eldridge. I'm known as Shelly, the confidence coach, and my business is By Vision Creations, LLC.
I have a question. What do you get when you bring together engineers that are into solar energy, wireless charging, and fashion? And you get the next best thing. Greetings, my name is DJ Riley, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of my fashion technology business, T.H.E.M.
I'm currently a senior at Howard University studying marketing. I'm also the founder and CEO of Urgent Assist, GPA-friendly course assistance. The famous Chinese philosopher Confucius once said, education breeds confidence, confidence breeds hope, and hope breeds peace.
All right, I'm ready. Hi, everyone. My name is Ariana Redmond, and I am the owner and founder of Tony's Kitchen and Bakery, where we tell our stories one cupcake at a time.
Hi, guys. This was really tough. You really did not make it easy on us. I'm going to announce our kind of second place runner-up is David from Orson. Amazing job. We were so super impressed, but what set us over was just the early traction and hustle that we're seeing from Ariana's Kitchen and Bakery, and we're gonna go with Ariana.
Well, first, thank you so much. Being a college student while also being a business owner is hard. So I thank you for this company and opening up these many options to students like myself and other founding CEOs, because it is hard. So things that you guys are doing is just absolutely awesome. And thank you so much for the opportunity today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and for me, thank you very much for the opportunity to present. This is my third startup company. I've had success in the past on my journey, so I actually come to these events mostly to show we can make it. People that look like us, there's a space out there. Don't let anybody discourage you, and always ask for help.
Starting a business is really hard, and building that muscle that you guys are building to go out and learn a new thing and to make yourself vulnerable and to fail and get up and keep going, it's such an incredible life lesson. So kudos wherever you are on your journey. This journey that you are on is so important and invaluable to your development over time.
I want to say excellent job, everyone. This was a hard pick. But yes, being an entrepreneur is hard. Continue the journey. I'm wishing you all luck. I'm proud of you all. Thank you.
The great thing is that you're here. That's the key. Take your shots, get on the court, put yourself there, keep going. That, it is the act of doing it. That's the journey. Bravo. Thank you. I learned a lot today. It was fun, and I hope we all created some value together. I know it was valuable for me.
And so from the looks of it, this is a tough decision. Our judges are not back yet. We'll give them a couple more minutes as they narrow down their points, and then we'll be able to dive straight in and get things started. Actually, it looks like they're back on their way, so let's give them a quick second. I see Julius is back, so I'm assuming the others are on their way or back in.
No, I got kicked out by mistake.
Oh, they kicked you out, Jude. Oh,
If you put me back in there, and then I could tell them to, like, it's time to come back.
okay. All good. Let me throw you back in there, Jude, and then in the meantime, I'll get us up another video real quick. And that was our pitch competition at Howard University at the Bison Boss Summit. And so we'll give
CEO and founder of BiVision.
Also, as a reminder, guys, I'm seeing some more DMs come in for those who would like to pitch at the Rocket Pitch. As a reminder, please send me two things. We need your startup name, and we also need your HBCU. So please direct message me those, and then we'll be sure to get you guys squared away. I'm seeing a few come in, and I don't see your university. So please also be sure to include your university as well. at the first ever Venture for Them Founder Friday Speaker Series. And so you made history. If you're here today, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. So you made history because you'll be able, a year from now, you'll be able to look back like, man, I was at the first one of those. And now look what it's doing a year later. You know, without a doubt, we know that our team has phenomenal things in store for Venture for Them. And so pat yourselves on the back.
I would say my HBCU network definitely helped to catapult my career, what we're doing here at Venture for Them, all of that.
Decided to go through the due diligence to ask you a few more questions. However, we both decided that you are a wonderful fit for our inaugural cohort, and we would like to say congratulations.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this is not expected today, but I am so grateful. I'm so thankful. I'm looking forward to working with you both on this, and you know, I'm just excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much for believing in what it is that I'm building. I really appreciate it.
I guess going through your entire life, what would be your favorite scene and what would be your least?
My favorite and my least would be the same thing, actually. My favorite and my least would be the same thing. It's my least because it was when I lost my dad. And it was just the most heart-wrenching thing I ever experienced. But it's also my favorite thing in the sense that that's what helped me birth my purpose. And that's what helped me launch the New Way Foundation, which is what I'm doing now in ode to his legacy. So the same event, kind of, you know, sad, but also, you know, purpose-driven, so.
What was that moment that like things turned for you, said I want to like make a difference? What was it?
Definitely, I say matriculating to Morgan State University, and just seeing so many of my peers around with amazing ideas, with $1 billion ideas, but nobody was paying them into attention because they weren't from an Ivy League university. They weren't in Silicon Valley. We have such an untapped ecosystem in our own backyard that can change the entire game, but it's just overlooked. It's an untapped ecosystem, and so that was my inspiration.
Or anything?
Well, first, thank you so much. Being a college student while also being a business owner is hard. So I thank you for this company and opening up these many options to students like myself and other founding CEOs, because it is hard. So things that you guys are doing is just absolutely awesome. And thank you so much for the opportunity today. I really appreciate it.
All right, looks like our judges were back. That was just our quick recap before we had placed as far as finalists for Black Ambition. So we appreciate everybody supporting us, showing love. So I'm excited, man. Let me bring our judges right back into the spotlight. I am excited. It took y'all a little bit of time, so I know that was not an easy one, but I appreciate y'all taking the time to do diligence to make sure that we had the correct our first place, our amazing second place as well. First place winner will be winning $3,000. Our second place winner will be winning $2,000. And so let me add you all to the spotlight and we can receive your decision soon. I think you guys have to be on camera for me to add you, so.
Well, I'll get us started while you're adding folks. We just want to say that everyone did such an amazing job. Can we give everyone another round of applause? I want to say that this was a super hard decision because everyone did such an awesome job that really everyone, not to be cliche, but everyone is a winner tonight because honestly, any of you could have taken this home, which is why it took us so long. I'm going to go in a reverse order. So I'm going to name our number 2 first and actually have comments for that number 2 from Daryl. So our first runner up rather is Divvy Up. Daryl, you want to speak to why we chose Divvy Up?
Of course, and congratulations to the Divvy Up team. Really great pitch. We really are excited, not only about just the opportunity that you're doing from a business perspective, but the impact that this company can have to close the wealth gap, as you stated in the beginning of your presentation. We need more fintech products that are empowering our people to be able to build wealth. And I think that the mission that you guys are doing is going to be something that can really help our people move the needle and closing that gap. So congratulations to you and the team for everything that you're doing to support closing the wealth gap. And we are super excited to see what you do next.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome job. Congratulations, Michelle.
Congratulations.
So then up next, drum roll, everybody, for our grand prize winner, which is Q-Tech. And we're going to have Julius share why we chose Q-Tech.
Yeah, so first and foremost, I want to echo that everybody did great, but just quick stat, less than 6 patents are awarded per million African Americans, right? So just the ability to attain a patent is hard, but the ability to obtain a patent and find a commercial application for it is amazing. So shout out to him. His presentation was clear for his age, for what he's doing. In the market, it was actually an introduction to a lot of us that this gaming market is huge. So it's also, are we challenging the total addressable market size of all these new emerging markets? So we're just excited to see what comes out of that. And congratulations, Quincy Box.
And Keontae, before you take over, I just want to say on behalf of myself, the Howard University and PNC National Center for Entrepreneurship, and I'm assuming, and also speaking for my judges, that any way that we can support each of our winners and each of you in general, please don't feel like this is it. You know, all of you had amazing ideas that there was not one that we were like, there's no way this is going to happen. So we feel like you all had amazing ideas and we want to help and extend that to you. So please find us on LinkedIn, or I'm sure Keontae, if you can put us in touch with those, want to be in touch with each of us, any way that we can support your work. So congratulations, everyone, and for completing this program as well.
Congratulations, you guys. My heart is full. I'm super proud of you guys just being in the pitch practices and seeing where you are now. I'm elated for you guys. And so this is a beautiful moment, of course, outside from the first and second place winner. Of course, all of our founders who came through our program will receive a minimum of $1,000. So still, you guys have done an amazing job going through this program. And like Ms. Erin said, you know, there's a wealth of resources right in front of you, from our judges to so many people in our audience. So please take advantage and get your business to the next level. But I'm inspired. You represented your HBCUs well, and I'm extremely proud of you guys. And so I do want to pass it over to you two for any last remarks for us.
I'll just say, throughout my career, HBCU communities, HBCUs are always my front line of defense. I am so grateful for Venture Them, for our judges. Aaron, shout out to Howard and what you're doing at with PNC. I just know that whenever I've started something, it's always been the HBCU community who had my back when I was struggling, when I trying to figure it out. And so thank you all so much. And let's continue to support our institutions, not just with words, but also with dollars. So I'm going to make a donation to Howard today. And I would encourage you all to do the same for your institutions.
And you can make it specifically to the HUPNC Center. Let me just point that out.
I'm making it specifically to the HBCU PNC Center. So,
and Michelle, let me just say one thing really quickly to you. When you said that about community, that also means when you're looking at trying this out, I think there's a real opportunity to pilot with alumni associations and of course student groups and things like that at HBCUs. So just building on what you were saying, if that wasn't already a plan.
Thank you.
Awesome job. And anything you wanted to say, Quincy? can't. For some reason, we can't.
You're on mute, Quincy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say thank you so much, and I just wanted to say that like we need to congratulate you and your team for what you've done so far, and the achievements you guys have achieved. But yeah, thank you so much, and thanks for believing in my vision and my business. I definitely appreciate it.
Of course, man. I'm inspired. Keep going. You guys are amazing. Everybody was amazing. I know this was not an easy decision, and so I truly appreciate you guys. And so all that to say, you guys did an amazing job. You're done. We'll stay in contact with you guys, of course, post-program. I know you're relieved a bit. So you can be hands off from the workshops and everything else, the check-ins, but I'm so proud of you guys and just keep going.
Wait a minute, Kante. We all got to give you and your team a round of applause. So thank you, Venture, for them for all that you all have done. Working with these individuals and their teams, and bringing all the partners and bringing everyone together, because we're all here because of you and your team and your vision. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And our judges, y'all have been amazing. And first of all, we're definitely over time. So the fact that you guys were able to hang around a bit, we're truly appreciative. I'm sorry of the time, but I think that the founders got so much substantial feedback, and so I truly appreciate it. And I didn't want to cut that short. So I appreciate you guys. This has been amazing. And so all I have to say, thank you. We appreciate you guys. And so from here, for those who are participating in the rocket pitch, we'll begin to transition into the rocket pitch portion. So now that you've seen how our cohort did that thing and they were able to pitch, next you'll have the same opportunity to do so for any HBCU founders who are in the audience. And so of course, during the break, I did ask you guys to send me 1, your startup name, 2, your HBCU. And so now we're going to get to that. We will roll over a bit, unfortunately, but I do want to bring into the spotlight our judges for this portion. We have Miss Sheila Jones. Sheila, I want you to talk about yourself a bit. You are our sponsor for our rocket pitch today. There will be $500 going to our first place winner for the rocket pitch. You guys have 90 seconds to pitch. We'll have some Q&A from Sheila, as well as our additional judges, Tammy and Don as well. And so we'll introduce them shortly. But of course, as you are our sponsor, Sheila, I want you to take it away a bit and give some encouragement before we hop into our rocket pitch portion.
First off, just put it all on the table tonight. You guys are doing great. There's a lot of amazing ideas out here. My background has been in business. I've worked for the top 5 Fortune 500 companies. Entrepreneurs are in the sweet spot for me. So I'll cut it short so we can get going tonight. Let's rock and roll.
Awesome. Thank you, Sheila. And so, Tammy, I'm looking for you. Once you get on camera, I can add you to the spotlight. And I think, unfortunately, Don, something may have come up. So Don might not be able to join us. So we'll have Tammy and we'll have Sheila, of course, as our judges. I want you to introduce yourself, Tammy, so the judges can get a bit familiar with you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Temi Tokwe Ajibola. Just finished my MBA from Morgan State University. Spent the past 5 years basically driving digital transformation and financial inclusion in sub-Saharan Africa. And over the past 1 year, been exposed to the venture capital industry. Currently running my own firm, Timeless Venture Group, where I'm helping to drive technology servicing for our clients. So I'm happy to be here once again, and I'm excited for the opportunity to hear from our amazing alumni here or anyone affiliated with the HBCU community who is pitching right now.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tammy. And so because we're over time, I want to dive straight in so you guys have the opportunity to pitch. So first up, we have Quavoris Wellington with Urgent Assist representing Howard University. You were the first one to message me, Quavoris. So if you're still around, I'll put you in the spotlight and we can get you started. All right.
Okay, cool.
Thank
you.
I think I just saw you. Okay, awesome. Adding you to the spotlight now. And of course, Quavoris, as I showed you guys will have 90 seconds to pitch your business. And so whenever you're ready, please let me know, and then we'll pass it over to the judges for some feedback.
All right, Ben, I'm good.
Let's get it started.
All right. Greetings, everyone. I'm Quavoris Wellington, a current senior marketing major at Howard University. I'm also the founder of Urgent Assist. My company, Urgent Assist, is an education technology forward company, increasing students' course and curriculum interaction outside of the classroom. We're looking to increase retention, boost GPAs, and allow students to see the great opportunity that education offers. Our tagline is GPA-friendly course assistance. We do this by incorporating revolutionary technology in our technology stack. such as taking advantage of the great AI goldmine. Our clients will be able to upload their syllabi to our platform, ensuring we have the necessary data to offer worthwhile assistance. Automated messages sent directly to clients. This ensures that students are reminded about upcoming assignments/priorities in a non-anxiety-inducing way, and offering assignment assistance and tutoring to our clients through our assignment specialists who are independent contractors looking to make an impact and earn extra cash. We currently have 20 assignment specialists waiting for our clients to upload work right now. We believe that we have found remarkable product market fit due to our current page views increasing and a workflow that continues to reward our assignment specialists. As one revolutionist said, education is our passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. We will continue to pave the way for a more educated future by ramping up our technological developments and increasing our marketing efforts. Thank you. Once more, we are urgent assist, GPA-friendly course assistance.
Awesome job, Kavors. And next, I'll pass it over to our judges for some questions and feedback.
So I'll start, just a quick question. What's the rate of use right now? How many people are actually involved with the product?
Yeah, so we're currently testing our product in 2 markets, North Carolina A&T and Howard University. On average, we see about 2 to 3 clients every week.
What's the total client base right now?
Around 10 people.
Okay.
So my question is, with respect to just following up what the previous question, with respect to traction, are you already making some revenue from this product?
Yeah. So we launched a little over a month ago. So our model is essentially offering course assistance and tutoring, which is budget friendly. So students are able to come onto our safe and secure portal, upload their assignments, and request for tutoring at their budget. So far, a little within a month in, we've generated over 1.5K in revenue.
And what's your running cost in terms of running cost of operation?
Right. Yeah. So currently, we pay our assignment specialists about 60% of our revenue. So 60% of our revenue do go to our clients. In addition to that, we're looking to incorporate more technology. But as of now, we are currently using Airtable as our portal. So our technology costs are substantially low, but we're looking to increase those by developing AI and or incorporating AI and then hopefully developing an app come here soon.
Thank you. Final question: if you would need to scale your business, what amount are you looking forward to raising generally, and also what additional capabilities, maybe resource persons, are you looking forward to bringing on board?
Yeah, for sure. So far, I mean, I feel like 25,000 would be good enough for our company. As I mentioned, we're looking to develop our app, also incorporating AI. So, that comes with API costs, things of that nature. We're currently in the talks with a technological developmental consultant firm who's pretty much quoting us and walking us through the process of an app development. As far as, further resources, obviously advising, as well as for further marketing efforts.
Can I ask a quick question? I know you said upload syllabus. What is the educational boundaries? What's the focus? Is it like English or math? Yeah.
Right.
Anything?
Yeah, pretty much all the assignments. Like I said, right now we're really focusing on HBCU and community college students, as we realize those 2 markets were overlooked. But yeah, pretty much any course, as we have assignment specialists who are independent contractors and they're able to offer services in their course of choice.
Yeah, that's what I thought on the back end, right? Yeah. How will AI technology in the future be competitive towards your business space?
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, our main competitor is T.H.E.M, obviously. They're incorporating AI, but I think students would be, or we will find students in the future utilizing AI more so, for course assistance. So they may not look for the traditional tutoring from person to person. Instead, they may go to an AI service that would, do those services for cheaper and probably quicker.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Awesome. Great job, Kavors. Please go in the chat, show them some love, guys. That's Kavors, of course, with Urgent Assist representing HU, Howard University. And so next up, we have Mika Linda representing Morgan State. Once you come on camera, I can add you to the spotlight if you're still around. Representing Morgan State University. All right. There you are. Let me add you. And then whenever you're ready, we can get started.
Okay, I'm ready.
Awesome.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mivette Garcia. I am a business administration major and a sophomore at Morgan State. My business name is Migalinda. Migalinda comes from my grandmother who sadly passed away, giving birth to my father. Her name was Migalina. I added the D in it because Linda means beautiful and pretty. I turned something sad into something beautiful and meaningful. I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood. There wasn't a beauty supply store. It was either Sally's or Walmart, and they barely had anything for me. Every time I got a chance to go to a beauty supply store, I tried to stock up as much as I could. In July 2020, I launched my website with just selling bonnets, do-rags, sunglasses, and inklets. On my launch day, I made $332. In the year of 2022, I was able to make $5,692. I invested $2,743. Every time I make profit, I try to reinvest at least half so I can continue to grow my company. My target audience is college students, working class, and people who do not live near a beauty supply store. E-commerce is the hottest thing right now. Malls are closing, storefronts are closing because people rather order something and have it delivered at their doorstep than have to go out and purchase it. I'm now 3 years in and I now sell bonnets, do-rags, hair, and other beauty supplies. The plan for this year is to grow my variety of products on the website, open vending machines on campuses nationwide, and to reach all of my target audience. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a good evening.
Awesome job and right on time. I'll pass it over to the judges.
Yeah, you can start.
All right, thank you so much. Quick question. In terms of, I mean, you said your target audience are colored students particularly. Do you have a particular amount in terms of numbers for your market size?
Could you elaborate a little bit more, like the market size?
Yeah, in terms of, can you estimate what your market size is?
For my market size, I would say currently about 50% of sales do come from campus college students, either Morgan State campus or campuses outside of Morgan, like UConn and Harvard.
Okay, thank you for that. Second question will be, with respect to how you intend to scale over the next couple of months, what additional capabilities are you looking to bring on board?
So I'm looking to find someone to help me with social media management, like content creations. I've looked on Fiverr. I found I realized the mean is like $420 a month for a good content creator. So that's my next step for these coming months.
And my final question, in terms of, I know you mentioned some of the different companies that you had around while you were growing up, or the different stores you had. As of today, if you were going to tell me about the competition you have, what are the major brands that are competing with you?
I feel like the biggest company would be Amazon, just because Prime and whatnot. But I believe what differentiates me from Amazon is the fact that my company caters to just beauty supplies. So it's easier to just add to cart and check out versus having to type in every single product you want on Amazon, and you're wasting more time that way.
Thank you.
So I had a couple of questions, just real quick. Can you tell me a little bit about the vending machine business? What would that supply chain look like? How would that be inventory managed and stocked? And how would you be notified when it's out of stock?
So I'm actually just starting that here at Morgan State. I'm still talking to get that situated. But my first vending machine will be at Morgan State, just so I'm able to be the one to stock it up, since it'll be my first one. And then I'll be able to look at it since I do live on campus. So I'll be the one operating that for right now. And then as it grows and I see it actually doing really well, that's when I plan to move it to other schools like Towson University and Bowie State.
What's the initial cost for one vending machine, and how many products would it contain?
It ranges from $700 to $1,500 for a used one, and to add a card reader, it's another $500. And for each, it's about five products and 6 rows, so 30 products each.
Thank you.
Awesome, great job. Show some love to Yvette, representing Morgan State University. Awesome job. Next up, and of course, because we are at time, we will have 5 slots today. So we've already seen 2. You'll see 3 more today. And so next up, we have Aaliyah Hall representing Hampton University. Show some love to Aaliyah. Drop some rockets in the chat. There y'all go. Y'all remember. Drop some rockets in the chat. Show some love to your peers. And I'm adding you to the spotlight now, Aaliyah. And when you're ready, please let me know.
I'm ready. Also have a partner, Hannah Lacan.
Okay, no problem. Let me find Hannah as well. I'll add you to Hannah. And then when you're both ready, feel free to let me know and I'll start your timer.
Okay, we're ready.
Let's do it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aaliyah Hall.
My name is Hannah Lacan.
And this is Hercule Q. Right now, we're witnessing a historic shift in the automotive industry, and we want to be right in the middle of it. Our company will develop wireless charging solutions that'll help electric vehicle users with long-distance driving and a continuous charge while the car is still in motion.
Now, there are many issues surrounding electric vehicles. Just to name a few issues, we have long charging times, a scarcity in station, and low battery mileage that are unfortunately creating inconveniences for users.
Our solution is the Electronic Integrated Roadway System, or EIRS, which is a level 3 DC wireless fast charging system made up of a transmitter and a receiver. Our product will be placed along highways and other high traffic areas to eliminate the need for constant charging stops. We will also have a level 2 at-home charging system that can be embedded in the user's garage floor of their home. Our receiver system will be directly integrated into the build of the car.
We intend on using NASA's patented technology, including their inductive power transferring tech, that enables the electric vehicles to charge statically and also dynamically.
So we want to sell our at-home system directly to utility companies and contractors to install our system in homes. For our roadway system, we plan to partner with large-scale energy and infrastructure companies to integrate our system, our product into the roadways. The second part of our business model will be B2C. Our roadway system will be accessible for any EV user to charge their cars.
And we spoke to 50 EV users, and a lot of them had trouble charging their vehicles.
Awesome job, guys. Awesome job. Still a clean close. And so we'll pass it over to our judges.
All right, I'll start with a couple quick questions and I'll pass it to my co-judge, right? Make sure we're good to go. Couple things. Do you have any chargers in use right now?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Have you tested any of these? You've built any of them? They're anywhere materialized to have any kind of consumer interaction, feedback, testing data, anything along those lines?
At the moment, we're still in the early phases. We just have a couple patents acquired from NASA technology, so they have access to the tech, so we could work closely with the inventor to create this technology.
Will the wireless chargers be applicable to all cars in that space, or would it be unique to a certain brand or battery technology systems?
So it would be available to all of the EVs that want to integrate our technology into their product line.
Would it displace or obsolesce the home charging units that is currently being retrofitted into the market today?
So right now we would be alongside of the home charging system. So we know there are current plug-in chargers. We don't want to replace them. We want to just be alongside them.
Okay, I'm envisioning it like I use my electricity in my house and then I use a cord in my car for my phone at the same time. That was my visual of it. Okay, great. I'll pass it to my co-judge. Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. I think this is a phenomenal idea, but a few questions. In terms of your market size, have you been able to identify or estimate what your market size is?
So as of right now, the EV market has reached $163 billion back in 2020, but they're planning to reach $823 billion by 2030. So, you know, it's a fast-paced market. And I know EV batteries, they account for like 30 to 40% of the car. So we assume that 30% of our revenue is derived from the battery. And the market share for EV batteries is at $246 billion. We'll plan to hit that in 2030. So we're trying to acquire at least 1% of the market, which is at 740 million.
Okay. Then in terms of the capabilities you require to build this and also to scale this business, I mean, it seems like you don't have a working product yet, right? no working product yet. So in terms of building these capabilities or adding additional people or personnel that could help you build it, what are we talking about, and how long is it going to take you to go to market?
So right now we're looking at about 3 to 5 years until we officially launch. We know we're still in like the pre-development phases. We're trying to just solidify our MVPs and get them patented. So we know we need some office space, we need some warehouse space for testing, we need partners and advisors, we need electricians, electrical engineers, and advisors like in the automotive space. So right now we're just trying to get the funding to do that.
Thank you. And I know you mentioned that you're not trying to replace the home type of chargers and all of that. But the question then is, who are your major competitors?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Do you have any other competition in the market beyond the home charging systems?
Yeah, so right now there is various companies doing wireless charging. So we have Electron, we have Witricity and Plugless Power. So essentially they're doing wireless charging on a smaller scale. And where they're using mats to charge it. So we have a more discrete system and design and a more seamless integration process.
Okay.
So one more question, if you'll let that happen. What prevents the home charging companies today to create the wireless charger as an extension for their services already? What prevents them from doing that?
I think as of right now, it may be a money issue, but a lot of people aren't aware that this tech is actually working right now. We're one of the first people to have licensed this tech from NASA, but the competition right now, I think the popularity is right now in wired plugins, but for us, we're trying to integrate this new technology of no wires, having more convenience and saving time for people that own EVs or those autonomous cars that we'll see in the future.
And to also add on to her point, so another thing that's hindering them is the current grid systems that are feeding these homes with electricities. That's why microgrid communities are being you're seeing more of them now, because they don't actually have to rely on those systems to actually provide the energy to these homes.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Can I just add one question? In terms of taking this to market, I know I'd asked something around that before. You said between 3 to 5 years. What will be your major strategy to take this to the market?
Yeah, so like I just mentioned, microgrid communities, there's a company called Schneider Electric that already built microgrid communities out in California. So essentially they already are implementing EV charging into their homes, and they're feeding these charging stations with the microgrid systems that they already have. So we essentially want to target our at-home system to them to see if they want to acquire our systems to implement into their microgrid communities that they have out in California.
What if, and so my follow-up question would be, what if you're unable to secure that partnership with them? Is there any other way you intend to drive your own drive the sale of or take your product to the market?
Yes. Our at-home system can, go ahead.
So I was going to say that we also can partner with utility companies right now, because they are doing energy as a service for their customers, where they do EV infrastructure, where they implement EV infrastructure into their homes for their customers. So that will also be another way into the market as well.
All right, thank you.
Awesome job, ladies. That was Aaliyah and Hannah representing Hampton University. And I see y'all getting some love from Hampton in the chat too. So keep doing your thing, ladies. Super proud. And so, of course, we are down to our final two. Please keep in mind, if you are not able to pitch today, no worries at all. First of all, if you're local to the DMV area, you are able to pitch this Monday, actually, at Coppin State University. I can definitely be sure to provide you with that. Please feel free to email me or so forth. If you did direct message me, I've been getting a lot of those today, so I might have missed it on Zoom, but you do know where our social media is. So please message me on our social media at Venture for Them. I'll drop that at the end of this. But we're down to our final two, and we do this every month. So if you didn't fit in a slot today, we'll have an opportunity next month. So please keep in mind, we are here every single month with some amazing sponsors. And so our final two, next up, we have Yusuf representing Howard University. Are you still on, Yusuf? Yep, I think you are. Let me see if I can make some noise for us, Yusuf, if you're still here. If not, he may have had to hop over. We did go over a bit. So actually, we might have somebody to be able to take his slot. Next up, are you still around, Jordan? We have Jordan from Forefront, Jordan Weaver.
Yes, I'm here.
There you are, Jordan. Once I can grab your icon, I'll add you to the spotlight. And when you're ready, please let me know and we'll get your timer started.
Thank you. I'm ready.
Awesome. Let's do it.
All right. Hi, my name is Jordan Weaver, and I'm the founder of Forefront. We're a social commerce platform that makes it easy for anyone to turn their influence into income by promoting their favorite Black-owned brands on social media. So 72% of all social media users look to content on social media before they make any purchasing decisions, and I'm 100% guilty. But when I began to look at products influencers were promoting, I noticed that not a lot of them were Black-owned, and if they were likely not getting paid for it. And this isn't because creators just aren't supporting or don't want to buy from Black-owned brands, but there are currently no platforms on the market that allow content creators to get paid to share Black-owned brands. But until now. So Forefront is the first of its kind affiliate marketplace that makes it easy for creators and consumers to become paid affiliates for brands that they love. Through our marketplace, anyone can discover, shop, and get paid to share emerging Black-owned brands online. We launched this August and already have over 100 paying customers and a growing community of over 700 content creators who are passionate about bringing Black brands to the forefront. We generate revenue through affiliate commissions from every purchase made through our marketplace and subscriptions from brands featured in our marketplace. We set ourselves apart from popular platforms such as Like to Know It or Amazon storefronts because we're specifically focusing on Black brands and creators who are constantly being overlooked in this market and frankly are missing out on millions of dollars. And the influencer marketing industry is a $16 billion industry, and we're bridging the gap so Black brands and creators can earn, thrive, and shine online. Thank you.
Great job, Jordan, and great ending too, wrapping it up. Great job. And so next we'll pass it over to our judges.
I'm going to let my co-judge start. We go back and forth. So is the dance party.
Yeah, everybody actually. And Jordan, thank you for this. I mean, especially because of the problem you're solving. Kind of have a couple of friends doing something in this space also. Some friends they founded Mainstack, and I understand how big the creator economy and the influencer marketing economy can be. But my question is, with respect to scaling this business, I mean, you just started in August, you already have 100 paying customers. Do you mind sharing what your revenue has been over the past since August?
Yeah, so in August, we launched with our affiliate marketplace with different creators, and we weren't necessarily charging the brands per se because we were just kind of testing out the market. It was our MVP, but a lot of that revenue came from our product before our MVP that launched in August. So essentially we launched a lookbook for brands and creators that allowed them to essentially get paid, to pay for partnerships. So we matched different brands and creators. And so that's really where we made our first 100 paying customers. As far as since August, we haven't really made a lot of revenue, primarily just because we have the brands on free subscriptions up until the end of the year. So right now we kind of been like really just in the testing phase, just really learning from the creators and the brands that we have on the marketplace.
Okay, do you have a website or a mobile app, or how does your product work especially?
Yeah, so we are currently web-based. So how it works is essentially we have brands that are like within our marketplace, very similar to a traditional e-commerce platform. So we have about 20 brands on the marketplace, and we also have, of course, our creators that we connect them with. And then so they get partnered for affiliate partnerships. And so the creators come on as we pair them with the brands. They promote products that they receive from the brands, and they earn affiliate commissions as they share those products on social media. We learned a lot through that process, though, just with the idea, of course, wanting to scale. We understand that, you know, we want to be able to make it as feasible as possible for us as well as the customers. And so we learned that partnership is not really the way we want to stand in the market. So with our next phase that we're planning on launching early 2024, the goal is to really be like affiliate based. So we'll still have the brands on the marketplace, but we won't necessarily connect them for partnerships. So the creators will essentially still come on, discover and shop brands, and still be able to share products in their forefront shop. However, we won't necessarily pair them for partnerships. And so that's planning on launching next year.
All right, thank you. And in terms of, tell me, just give me an estimate if you are going to scale forefront to the next level in terms of amount, the kind of money you need to raise, and also in terms of the additional capabilities you need to bring on board. What would that look like?
Yeah, so next year, we're definitely planning on starting our fundraising journey. We're really interested in crowdfunding or doing a friends and family or angel round. And our goal is to raise close to 500 to $1 million. And that would really allow us to really build our team. We have a guy on our team, Alton, who's really big in the commerce space. And so he's really helping us to build out that platform. And we also have an advisor who has a lot of experience in influencer marketing. But our goal is to really bring on other people that can really help facilitate with our community building, because of course, with the creators, they're the drivers of our platform. So we want to make sure that we have a strong community of just strong creators that can really monetize as well. So that's really our next focus with 2024 around the corner, just really making sure we're able to build a strong community and a team that can really help us to take us to the next level.
And my final question would be in terms of how do you pay your affiliates? Is he on the website or how does he happen?
Yeah, so currently we've been using a third-party platform, Shopify Collabs. So essentially we give the creators their own affiliate link that's linked through our Shopify store. And then as anyone makes purchases through those affiliate links, they earn an affiliate commission. And then the brands also pay us a 10% commission as well for every sale that's made, in addition to the monthly subscriptions that they pay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to make this easy for you.
Please.
I was thinking to myself, after he's finished asking those questions, what more can I ask, right? So I was thinking of, what is the biggest lesson that you've learned so far in this journey? What's the biggest lesson?
That's such a good question. My biggest lesson is really that I can't do this alone. So the biggest thing that I wanted to be able to do for Forefront is to build and facilitate a team. I'm a huge visionary, so a lot of times as a visionary, you try to control what you're building, but I understood I don't have all the skill sets to do what I want by myself. So that's been the biggest lesson for myself, is to not even just build a team, but a team that can really bring the skill sets that you need to grow. So before, I have friends that would, see the vision and want to be a part, but didn't really bring the skill sets that we needed to really get to the next level. So that's really kind of where I'm being a lot more intentional with. So bringing Alton on, and I'll make sure I share the pitch deck with you all. I know, I think Keontae mentioned that we could share links. So I'll make sure I share that with you, but we do have a team member who's just very knowledgeable and has an amazing skill set when it comes to building commerce solutions. So very intentional with him. And so we actually contracted him to build our platform. And now he's actually just very passionate about what we're doing. And he's actually joining the team officially and going to share some equity. So that's just been the biggest thing, just understanding that finding the right people is important. So.
Awesome. Then I feel compelled to ask one more question. What's been the absolute worst day that you've had on this business so far?
The worst day?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know if I've had a worst day particularly, but I would say what hasn't been the greatest is going back to like the partnerships that we attempted to do earlier on, and just understanding that's just not feasible. So sometimes, some of the creators would get products and they wouldn't necessarily post them. And so it was just kind of like that liability and just those things that we kind of really had to put in account as we scale. Like that's not a situation that we want to continue to put ourselves in and kind of be in the middle of that. So we really just had to learn to pivot and really see how we can make the brands happy and proud to be part of our platform, but also make sure that we're vetting creators in a way to make sure that we don't run into those issues. So I would say that would be, it's happened a couple times. So I guess those would be like the worst days.
I know the partnership part is always the biggest issue, right? Like coming from the space of manufacturer and suppliers, whenever all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait a minute, this was not a good partnership. We need to run.
Running away from
Run
partnerships.
fast. Awesome.
That's not what I want to do. So yeah.
Thank
but
you
yeah.
so much. Awesome.
Thank you for your questions.
Awesome. Great responses, Jordan. We appreciate you. Awesome job. And of course, as a reminder, that was Jordan with Forefront representing NCCU. We appreciate you, Jordan. Yeah. And so last but not least, and of course, as a reminder, the amazing thing about this is that pitching is the foundation, of you, getting that funding for your business. And not even just the funding, but also just being able to describe what you do, being able to reflect on your highs and your lows. As you can see, just doing this consistently just refines your pitch, puts you in an even better place for investment. And so, just keep that in mind, regardless of how things turn out as far as who wins, who loses, this is such an amazing moment to just refine your business. I've been seeing people, sometimes they'll come back next month and their pitch will be sharper and I'll just see the growth, and so this is such an amazing moment. Please take advantage of it. Please soak it all up. And so last but not least, before the judges make that tough decision, we have coming before you, Courtney, representing Lockstar Hair Oils at Spelman University. Where are you, Courtney? You're still around here, right? Courtney Melvin.
I'm right here.
Perfect. So let me grab you and I'll put you in the spotlight. And then when you're ready, please let me know and we can get you started.
Okay. Did you know that the Black hair industry is a $2.5 billion industry and Black women spend upwards of $54 a month on hair care? Hi, my name is Courtney. I'm the CEO and founder of Lockstar Hair Oils. What makes Lockstar Hair Oils different is that we specialize in hair porosity. Hair porosity is the hair's ability to absorb and retain moisture. The way you can test one's hair porosity is by taking some strands of hair from your brush or comb and dropping it in a glass of water. Then if it sinks, it's high porosity hair, and if it floats, it's low porosity hair. Our mission is to empower people to embrace their natural hair texture and achieve their hair goals. It costs $88 to buy the different hair oils individually in order to make them into a blend tailored towards one's hair porosity. And right now, our product is tailored and blended towards those with low porosity hair. And yeah.
Awesome.
So I'll start if you don't mind. Is that a scientific test that is able to be declared so that your blend is functional and performing at its optimal level?
I know that there are some articles on it, but I'm not sure if it's a scientific test.
Okay. And right now, what is the business volume that you have right now? And who are you directly selling to? And what's the methodology that you're executing that?
Basically, we're selling to our market is basically like Black people, so like people with type 4 hair. And yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna send it over to my co-judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney.
Amazing work, Courtney. But just a few questions. So, do you have any form of revenue yet on your product?
No, right now we're in like the stage where like we're finding out like the right packaging and distribution for right now. So no revenue right now.
Okay. Do you have any other data points you could share? Maybe you've tested on a group of people and then they've proved that your product actually works?
So I've tested it on myself, and I've had other close people around me, such as family, tested as well, and they've found good results from that.
Okay. Thank you. Also, in terms of I know you mentioned that it's for Black people and all of that. who are the people that, or the companies that, or the brands that will be your major competition?
Companies such as like I would say maybe like Shea Moisture, Tajid. I'm not sure what her last name is, but like she also makes like a hair oil blend as well. So I would say that she's my main competition as of now.
Okay, I mean, I think I have a final question, or maybe just one more after this. If you would state your moat, like, I mean, your unique selling point, the advantage you have above your competition, what would that be?
I would say in just knowing like so like I would say it's like in what makes me different is like my selling point is kind of like that we tailor it towards like the different types of hair. It's like type 4A, type 4B, type 4C, just stuff like that. And so yeah, that would be the differentiating factor of mine.
Okay, thank you so much. Final question would be, if you were to take this product to the market, I know you're working on packaging at the moment, what's going to be your go-to-market strategy?
I would use like different social media platforms, such as Instagram, TikTok, and stuff. Like making videos on like how I make my product and the benefits of my product. I would use social media strategies based on like what I know as a college student. So yeah, that would be my marketing strategy.
Then finally, permit me to just add this one in terms of, I mean, I like how you intend to take it to the market. Have you considered using or creating a form of wait list, a kind of anticipation for the product, since you've already, I mean, tested it, you're about to take it to the market? Is there a wait list already that you have, or are you considering creating a system to just create anticipation for your product?
I think we got you on mute, Courtney. Yeah, we got you on mute.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I would create like maybe some sort of anticipation. So like, for instance, like during the holidays, like giving out more discounts or something, like really good discounts in that way. I feel like people would anticipate like certain holidays to buy my product. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Courtney. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome job. That was Courtney representing Spelman. You're getting a lot of love in the chat. Your Morehouse brother holding you down. Shout out to Quincy. And so definitely appreciate you guys. This has been awesome. We've had an awesome top 5 today. And so next, what I'll do is I'll put our judges in their breakout room so they can make this tough decision and come back to us and let us know of our first place winner. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, because as y'all know how we like to get down at Rocket Pitch. What we like to do is play some Get Money anthems to see who will get the $500. So let's get into our Get Money.
Can we get some cash money now?
We put
plenty dollars. Can we get cash money?